I'll start with the conjunctiva, which is a thin, translucent membrane that covers the front of the sclera and also lines the inner portion of the eyelids. It protects the eyeball and is a source of tears. Conjunctivitis happens when the conjunctiva is inflamed. It's also known as pink eye. The cornea is where light enters the eye and where light rays converge. It is the front transparent part of the outer protective layer of the eye. The curvature provides the focal strength of the eye. The sclera is the tough, white outer layer of the eye. It provides protection, forms, and maintains the healthy shape of the eye. Now for the iris and the pupil. The iris is the pigment and muscular disc that most people think of when they think of the eyes. That brown, green, blue, or hazel part of the eye constricts or enlarges the pupil, controlling the amount of light the eye lets in. The pupil is actually a hole. You can't touch it. It's where the light passes through to the back of the eye. It just looks black because of the dark chamber behind it. The lens is transparent, so light can travel through to focus on the retina. It focuses light when it changes its shape. It is behind the iris and is made of water and protein. Sometimes protein clumps together, clouding the lens. This clump is called a cataract and causes blurred vision. The aqueous humor is watery liquid between the vitreous and the cornea. It bathes the lens and nourishes the iris and the cornea. You can see here it flows from the anterior chamber through the trabecular meshwork and the ciliary body surrounding the lens. The trabecular meshwork is an area of tissue that acts as a filter. It is next to the iris where aqueous fluid flows before it is drained from the eye. The Canal of Schlemm collects aqueous humor and delivers it to blood vessels. Blocking the canal can lead to pressure in the eye, which can cause glaucoma by damaging the optic nerve. Close by is the ciliary body between the choroid and the iris, and next to the sclera. It contains ciliary muscles, which control the shape of the lens by contracting or relaxing. These muscles focus the eye. Suspensory ligaments are long, narrow fibers that hold the lens in position and connect the lens to the ciliary muscles. These ligaments help the lens change shape when it focuses. The vitreous humor is between the lens and the retina. It is transparent, jelly-like, and fills part of the eye behind the lens. It also helps maintain the shape of the eyeball. The retina is the inner lining of the back of the eye next to the choroid. When light enters through the cornea, travels to the aqueous humor, the pupil, the lens, and the vitreous humor, the next place the light travels is the retina. It contains nerve cells that receive and react to light. The retina transmits light into information that the brain interprets. Light rays come through the lens to pass through the vitreous and enter the layers of the retina. The image produced on the retina is upside down because light rays entering the eye from the upper visual field strike the lower portion of the retina and vice versa, creating an inverted image. What turns the image right side up is the processing of the images of the brain. The macula is the center of the retina. It produces sharp, detailed vision due to the concentration of cones, photoreceptor cells in the eye. If the macula deteriorates, it can cause macular degeneration, which leads to vision loss in the central field of vision. The Fovea Centralis is at the indentation in the center of the macula. It is small and thin. It is made up almost solely of those cones, which give us that sharp, detailed vision. The optic nerve is a bundle of fibers at the back of the eye that carries visual impulses from the retina to the brain for interpretation. The optic disk is the point where nerve fibers from the retina become the optic nerve and exit the eye. It is also called the blind spot because there are no photoreceptors in the optic disc, meaning there is no image detection there. The Ora Serrata is the part of the inner eye behind the ciliary body where the retina ends and the choroid starts. It marks the transition from the non-light sensitive area of the ciliary body to the light sensitive region of the eye. The choroid is a layer between the retina and the sclera. It is made up of blood vessels which give blood and nourishment to the retina. It is the brain, not the eyes, which interpret the information that results in vision. In the brain, meaning is finally given to what is seen. Even if the organs of sight are healthy and functioning, the information they transmit and relay may not reach the brain, or may be distorted. Each individual's experiences, motivation, intellectual skills, persistence, and physical state can affect how visual information of any quality is interpreted and how it may influence their vision. Understanding how light enters the eye and what electrical and chemical changes occur in the various structures along the optic pathways does explain in one sense how a person sees, but it cannot fully reveal how the person makes sense of what is seen. In the brain, the impulses are given meaning and are interpreted.